I see you're as bored as I am.
No, you yawned and it made me yawn. I was excited before that.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're not. Why are you bored, Tom? We're at the zoo, your favorite place.
Love the premise to shake up a bored teen's disposition, a good old adventure, where there's learning and there's challenge and a lot of tension as well. I think the pacing and the raising of the stakes held a great deal of mystery throughout, and it really kept me hooked. I love the animation style, both for its playfulness, but it was also nicely detailed as well to keep us grounded in the world and believing this adventure. I could very much see this being a continuing series as the premise is very engaging. I love the characters and their interplay, and there's almost a vast array of possibilities of what the caretaker could take them on.
When you feel like there's a lack of excitement in life, and life feels mundane, everything can feel a bit boring. But you have to consistently seek out that excitement, and with this little boy in meeting the caretaker for his friend's uncle, they go off on this adventure looking for Bigfoot. And it took him a while to allow himself to enjoy the adventure. Like enjoy it, and it took so long for him to just let go. And it felt like the whole time that's what they were pulling him to do, embrace the adventure, embrace it. And he finally embraces it. And I get that that's the message. But what I liked about this is because this really set it up for, this is a cartoon that I would watch continuously because we have this sinister villain who's obviously going out of his way to capture these monsters that the caretaker is going out of his way to care for. And, it's just like, oh, okay, this is a story that can go on and on and on and on. Um, throughout a season. So it definitely left me feeling like, oh, what happens next? Which I think was the purpose of how you gave sort of that B story with this other character, um, without allowing us to go into it. Another major point from Adventures of the Caretaker that I forgot to mention is what I wrote was don't let fear get in the way of an adventure, right? Because so many times we will allow our self-doubt, our fear, our insecurities get in the way of things we want to do in life, and don't allow that to happen. That was the biggest takeaway that I got from that.
It felt like us as the audience were able to go along on that adventure as well. We didn't have any more information than our protagonist did. So every time there would be a new mystery or question or fear, we kind of felt it too because we didn't know what was going to be coming. I thought it was so cool when the the truck or the car that he had kind of transformed and they were able to basically defy the laws of gravity and travel up this mountain, and they could see space and all of that, and it just, oh my gosh, it got so cool and magical and fun. Um, and it reads like it's a series, and I want to go on more adventures. I'm very excited. We want to see what's going to happen with the pet store owner who is super creepy, and it's a kids. I think it's for kids, I presume, but I liked it and I want to know more, and I loved this adventure.
I loved the concept. I thought it was super creative. And I also really loved the character of the caretaker. I loved how cryptic he was, how mysterious. We never really know, in the beginning, we don't know whether to trust him. He's very strange. But we're right there along with the protagonists, following him and looking forward to what comes next. I think that the music in this animation worked really well with that air of mystery, sort of kept us in suspense to see if we're really going to see Bigfoot or not. Um, I could definitely see this as a children's show. It definitely sparks the imagination, and it lends itself to multiple episodes with all the different cryptids out there. So I think this is a really great concept for a show in the future that I would love to watch.
It deals with the animals that you don't normally see in the zoo. Such creatures as Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster, and are they real? Are they monsters? Well, let's find out. This is told through the eyes of a young boy who's a great fan of animals, and he meets his friend's uncle, who's a caretaker, and a caretaker of unusual beings. And he's got a message about diversity in nature and, by extension, diversity on a wider scale. Now, every good cartoon has a villain, and there is one here, a nefarious pet store keeper. And this is where I think we'll see more of these coming forward. Now, there's moments of humor, there's a few surprises, it's an interesting take. I enjoyed it. I hope you do too. I think for a young audience, it's a very interesting series about to begin.
They do some great work with the animation itself, even playing with things like depth of field and really just giving it this sort of polished, high production value quality to it. Sort of things we would see Saturday mornings today, or maybe even just trending well on YouTube. The voice work was really well done. Everyone does a great job, and the story really is carried well here. All in all, it's about all you could hope for from a solid half-hour animation.
I like the idea of the caretakers, like the idea that there's these legends like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, et cetera, and like the caretakers are like part of keeping the legends going while also keeping the real Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster like safe and like taking care of them. As far as off the vibes of like if the people were to really find out, they would like mistreat them or like do all kinds of bad stuff to them. Like the world isn't ready for them. Basically, I like that concept, and I like the concept of that job. So I like this film based off that type beat. Like I think that was really cool to learn about.